Hello Dooney addicts, I am back with part 2 of my Florentine travel pieces. Actually thought that I would have had this video posted a week ago, but it took Dooney almost 3 weeks from the time I placed the order on this bag for it to be delivered. So if you have not already watched part 1 of this series, which is the FLOTO Florentine duffel bag, I'd encourage you, stop this video, go watch part 1, and then refer back to part 2, which is the Dooney Florentine segment, and then part 3, a side-by-side comparison of these two bags, will be posted in the next few days. Just have to take some time to record and edit the video. So Dooney had its spring VIB sale, which was an additional 20% off. I was in the market for a couple of for another travel piece. So I looked and found the FLOTO brand, and then which was a little bit larger piece and a little bit cheaper, quite honestly, price point. And then of course I went and purchased a medium duffel bag in the color chestnut from Dooney. And there she is. What I will tell you is that at first glance, I don't know what it is about Dooney. I am not the kind, I think I have like one chestnut colored bag in my entire collection, and that is the Lucy bag that I already have a review posted of. For some reason, I just don't go for the chestnut color in handbags, but when it comes to travel pieces and luggage, I couldn't see getting a natural colored bag because I felt like it would get dirty and patina way too fast and uneven for it to be a travel piece. But I fell in love with the chestnut in the duffel bags. And it wasn't because of Dooney. It was actually because I was looking through the promo pics for the FLOTO series and thought, oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. So I am certain that there is a cow or calf somewhere that died for this bag, and I'm telling you that I am in love with it. It is slightly smaller than the FLOTO bag. Regular on this bag, on this travel piece, is $695. So what can I say about this bag? The first is that you know that you have a quality piece of leather when there's not a lot of seams on the bag. And by that I mean you don't want the left panel being one piece and then stitched and sewn to a middle piece, stitched and sewn to another corner panel. Quality leather bags will give you, for the most part, one seamless piece of hide. So if you're ever in the market looking for a quality piece, if it's not Dooney Bourke and you're trying to figure out whether or not it's worth the spend, you want to, 1, verify that it's leather, and 2, thoroughly inspect the bag to see how many pieces of leather are put together to create that bag. And if it's a bunch of pieces, you don't want it, because wherever there are seams, you run the risk that with the weight and the tension on those seams, that the bag is going to split and pull and that it's not going to hold its shape. So this is the bag. It has a huge pocket up front. It will fit any smartphone. You can put your passport in there. Heck, it's so big you could put your passport and your smartphone in there. You could drop your earbuds down in there. It is a fantastic pocket. Love the stitch detail work. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there is some great stitch work detail on the front of this bag. Now, as far as the straps, these straps are a separate piece, but they are sewn onto the bag. This backdrop leather piece is not separate. Well, let me rephrase that. It's separate from the strap, right? So this is a seamless piece, and the strap detail is sewn on top of this solid piece of leather. I hope that's clear. If not, post a comment, a question. I'll be more than happy to clarify. On the bottom, the bottom of the bag is a separate piece. It has a base on it that has been sewn to reinforce the bottom of this bag. And do you hear that? The bottom of this bag is reinforced, so it is not going to sag with the weight of your travel items. The bottom has 6 feet on the bottom. I think that is sufficient given the fact that the bottom is reinforced and that you've got this support piece of leather on the bottom. All right, so the belting detail for the strap does not go around the bottom of the bag, so it is secured just underneath the base of the bag. I think I would have liked it to wrap around the bottom like our handbags do, but I would imagine that is very costly and that it would have added some more significant weight to the bag to have those straps go all the way underneath. And it would be non-typical of travel pieces to have those straps to go underneath. All right, so the back of the bag has a zip pocket. It is also very large, so if you needed to stick your wallet or some cash, maybe your ID that you wanted to leave secure, a bottle of water, maybe a pack of wipes, any of those things that maybe even your little ones might need, or maybe you do one pocket and then your spouse or significant other utilizes the other one if you're just doing a weekend and packing in the same bag. By the way, I don't know how couples do that. I need a bag of my own. But if you and your significant other have figured out how to pack in one bag, then more power to you, and I'd love for you to do a video to show the rest of us, or at least me, how you do that. So again, leather strapping here on the back. Leather, significant heavy leather tab here on the zipper on the back of the bag. And this is more of a brushed brass tone. It's not the typical gold tone hardware. Okay, so that's enough on the front and back and the bottom of the bag. As far as the sides go, you have this detailing on the side for the zipper, and it actually will snap here on the side. So if you don't have the bag jam-packed, you can snap it to the side. If you need that little bit of extra room, then you can use the sides up. The strap on, there's a leather luggage tag on the front of the bag here. I didn't show you, but there is this stamped, probably making you dizzy, sorry, Dooney embossed letter plate here on the front. All right, let's talk about the handles. Handles are rolled, stitched, and finished on the sides here. Okay, they also have what I call the strap, handle here, so that you can actually secure both of the straps together when you're carrying them. All right. Top of the bag has a double zipper. I was a little worried because when I took it out of the pack, I'm scratching the bag as I'm doing this demo. The top of the bag was not zipped when I first got it out, so I was concerned about the zipper. But the zipper is flawless as usual with Dooney. The inside of the bag is massive. Tons of stuffing on the inside of the bag. I mean, this is like a little kid's playhouse in here. Don't let them zip it if you let them play in it. All right, so the tartan lining on the inside of the bag, like that. The back wall has a huge slip pocket, and it also has a lock and key, which is great for if you're traveling, you know, by train, bus, maybe even in the car, because you can secure your bag. They just like these still at the airport. Collared in the Florentine leather, has the leather Dooney plate sewn on the inside back wall, which is the identical plate that is sewn on the front of some of our Florentine bags. So love that detail. Huge slip pocket. There of course is no key keeper in this bag. On the side wall here you have, I feel like I'm all out of camera, out of view. You have your Dooney tag here with the ID number on the back for registration. And then on the front wall you have two huge slip pockets. So overall, I'm gonna have a hard time determining which one I like. Maybe I'll end up keeping both. I don't know. Of course, the Dooney piece is significantly more in cost. It did not come with a dust cover. I wish that it had, because it is going to get, excuse my language, but it's going to get scratched to hell being stored away. So I wish that it had come with a dust cover, and I know it would be a huge one, but I still would have liked a dust cover to be able to store it in. So that's, I guess, is one frustration about the bag. But overall, I really do love the piece. I'll have to wait and do the side-by-side comparison to really see which bag I like more. And maybe I can do a side-by-side, like a packing of the bag at some point, to show you what fits in each one of the bags. But overall, I love it. Clearly this cow just died, because it took Dooney almost 3 weeks to mail this to me. But as always, I am very pleased with the quality of the bag, the finish of the bag. The leather is very smooth. I don't have any pebbling on the bag. Y'all know how I feel about pebbling. But this is an even skin, and I'm pleased with the purchase. So thank you so very much for watching. I do hope that even though the other video is not a Dooney video, that you will click on it so that you can see the side-by-side comparison. This bag, again, even on sale, was still, you know, $500. The other one was $269 before taxes and shipping. Way more affordable. In the FLOTO collection, has been recognized in several different magazines online, featured in Spider-Man movies and so forth. So I'm really straddling the fence right now. I can't tell you which one I am most in love with. And I thought that once I got the Dooney one that I would be like, okay, this is why I spent the money on the Dooney bag, is because it's so much better quality than the FLOTO. But I can't say that. And honestly, when I opened the FLOTO bag, maybe it's because of the way it was shipped or so forth, I could smell the Florentine leather. I can't, without putting my nose directly on it, I cannot smell this leather. So I'm not going to let that deter me, but I did want to let you know my initial thoughts. And as I do the side-by-side comparison, we'll see which of these, in my opinion, is the top contender and whether or not it was worth the additional spend for the Dooney Bourke bag, because honestly, I could have purchased 2 of the FLOTO bags for the cost of the 1 Dooney Bourke. So, stay tuned. Until next time, I do hope that you're finding something that feeds your Dooney addiction. Take care.